Welcome back to the Bible Breakdown channel. Today's video will be the story of Moses and the burning bush. Have you ever wondered what Moses really saw on that mountain? We all know the story of the burning bush, a pivotal moment in history that changed everything for the Israelites. But let's look beyond the Sunday school version. Imagine this: Moses, a man who fled Egypt after taking a life, now a simple shepherd in the middle of nowhere. He's been living in exile for 40 years. His past is a shadow, his future uncertain. He's just another face in the desert, tending his father-in-law's flock. Then, one day, something extraordinary happens. On Mount Horeb, the mountain of God, he sees it, a bush, engulfed in flames, but not burning up. It's not just a little campfire. This is a spectacle, a paradox of nature that defies all logic. Think about the sheer visual shock. The dry, thorny acacia bushes of the Sinai desert are incredibly flammable. They should turn to ash in seconds. But this one, it just keeps burning. The flames dance, but the leaves and branches remain green and whole. Moses is intrigued. He's not a superstitious man. He's a shepherd who knows this land inside and out. His curiosity, his shepherd's instinct to investigate anything unusual in his environment, pulls him closer. He thinks, I must turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burned. He has no idea that this single step, this turn towards the inexplicable, is about to change his life in the course of history forever. He's approaching a botanical anomaly, but he's about to have a divine encounter. As he gets closer, a voice calls out from within the flames. Moses, Moses. Imagine the shock. First, a bush that won't burn, and now a voice from the fire, calling him by name. This isn't just a strange natural phenomenon anymore. This is personal. This is supernatural. God tells him to stop, to take off his sandals, because the very ground he's standing on is holy. The presence of God has consecrated this patch of desert. Moses, terrified, hides his face. He's afraid to even look at God. This former prince of Egypt, this desert shepherd, is now face to face with the creator of the universe. And what does God say? He doesn't start with condemnation or a list of rules. He starts with compassion. I have surely seen the affliction of my people who are in Egypt and have heard their cry. God has seen their suffering, heard their prayers, and knows their pain. This is a God who is deeply involved and deeply cares about the plight of his people. He hasn't forgotten them during their 400 years of slavery. He was just waiting for the right time and the right person. Then comes the bombshell. God tells Moses, Come, I will send you to Pharaoh that you may bring my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. You can almost hear Moses' heart stop. Who am I? He stammers. It's a question filled with doubt. Who am I, that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the children of Israel out of Egypt? This isn't false modesty. He's a fugitive with a speech impediment, an 80-year-old shepherd. He sees himself as completely inadequate, the last person on earth for this job. He's been humbled by the desert, stripped of his royal status and self-confidence. But God's answer isn't about who Moses is, it's about who is with him. But I will be with you, God says. This is the ultimate promise. It doesn't matter who Moses is. It matters who God is. The success of the mission doesn't depend on Moses' strength, or eloquence, or status. It depends entirely on God's presence. This promise, I will be with you, is the foundation upon which the entire Exodus will be built. Moses is still hesitant. He needs more. He asks, if I come to the people of Israel and say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they ask me, what is his name? What shall I say to them? He's asking for God's identity, his very essence. And the answer is one of the most profound statements in all of Scripture. God says to Moses, I am who I am. In Hebrew, Ia Asher Ia Ahizi, self-existent one, the eternal, the unchanging source of all being. He doesn't need a name like the Egyptian gods who are defined by their functions. He simply is. He is the ultimate reality. He tells Moses to tell the people, I am, has sent me to you. This name is a promise. I am your deliverer. I am your strength. I am whatever you need me to be. It's a blank check of divine power and presence. God then gives Moses a series of signs to convince the Israelites and Pharaoh. His staff will become a snake. His hand will become leprous and then be healed, and water from the Nile will turn to blood. These aren't just random magic tricks. They are demonstrations of God's power over the very things the Egyptians worshipped and feared: the cobra, a symbol of pharaonic power, disease, and the Nile River, the source of Egypt's life. Even with all this, Moses makes one last plea. Oh my Lord, I am not eloquent. I am slow of speech and of tongue. He's still focused on his own weakness. He's looking at his limitations instead of God's limitless power. God's response is both a gentle rebuke and a powerful reassurance. Who has made man's mouth? Is it not I, the Lord? Now therefore go, and I will be with your mouth and teach you what you shall speak. God doesn't just promise to be with Moses, he promises to empower his very weakness. God doesn't call the equipped, he equips the called. In the end, God provides Aaron, Moses' brother, to be his spokesman. But the mission remains Moses's. The burning bush was more than just a divine calling. It was a profound theological lesson. It revealed a God who is present, compassionate, and all-powerful, a God who uses the weak and the unlikely to accomplish his purposes. The bush, burning but not consumed, was a perfect symbol for the people of Israel, afflicted in the fires of Egypt, but not destroyed because God was with them. And it was a symbol for Moses himself, a man who would carry the fire of God's presence without being consumed by it. From that day forward, Moses was a changed man. He went from a shepherd running from his past to a leader striding toward his destiny. The encounter at the burning bush ignited a fire in his own soul that would light the way to freedom for an entire nation. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes our greatest calling finds us when we feel most lost, and that God's presence can turn any ordinary place into holy ground, and any ordinary person into an instrument of the extraordinary. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deeper dive, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.